What about now? Can you guys hear me now? Drop a one in the comment if you guys can hear me. All right, look like we cooking. Look like we cooking. But yeah, family, man, we okay. Look like we okay. Look like we good to go. Man, they be hating on the channel, man. I told y'all that, man. I mean, they just knocked us straight out. I'm like, man, no sound, no nothing, no nothing. But anyway, let's get to it, man. I don't want to keep wasting y'all time. But anyway, you guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. Okay, that's right. We got Hernandez Govan back in the crosshairs, right? And it's gonna be nothing but pressure from here on out until this trial case starts uh with the young Dolph murder. Okay. Now, there's been a lot of chatter in these YouTube streets over who is UNK, who is the man that paid the money um for the young Dolph hit. What I'm getting ready to break down, and this is breaking news also, okay? I'm going to show you and I'm going to prove to you 100% that Hernandez Govan is UNK. Okay. They got goofball. Okay. They got goofball dead nuts right now. Okay. And if the Memphis police did what I think that they did, and I'm going to be breaking down what I think they did. Okay. In order to catch, because see, Hernandez Govan has always been the wild card. How did they catch Hernandez Govan? I believe I have figured out how they caught Hernandez Govan. Okay. Now, before I get into this, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys share this video. Also, just real quickly, I'm going to be doing the giveaway. Okay. It's going to be, and I'm looking at the calendar. Okay. The last day of the week, the last day of the month is going to be the 29th, which is going to be on a Thursday. So I'm going to do the giveaway either on the second or the third next week. I will give you a solid date on when we're going to be doing the giveaway. Okay. You must be subscribed to the channel, must be subscribed to Instagram, and the day of does not count. Okay. So make sure those of you that want to participate in that, you guys are subscribed to the channel and subscribe to me on Instagram. Now, let's get into this thing and let's break down and let me explain to you guys how I arrive at the calculations that Hernandez Govan is UNK. And he knows that he's UNK, okay? But I'm going to break this thing down for you guys in live time to help you guys understand what's going on, okay? Now, also, while I'm getting this loaded up, right, I didn't go live yesterday because told you I was going to talk about Hernandez Govan yesterday, but I was looking for some information and I could not find it before it was time for me to go live. So I need help from some of my subscribers out there, and I'm going to explain to you what I need the help for on Hernandez Govan when we get to him later on in this message. Okay, it's very important, so make sure y'all stick with me. Okay, now let's get this added into the queue. Boom. Okay. Now, I want you guys to listen to something, right? And I'm getting ready to break this thing down. Okay. This right here is a is the a hearing that this is when Jamarcus Johnson went and pled guilty and they took questions from like the reporters and people like that, right? Okay. Now, I want to start this video with a question that was asked right at the end of this interview. Okay. Now, I want you guys to put ears on this and I'm finna make it make sense for you. Now, listen to this. Listen, 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 and listen very good.
Rather than later.
All right. I remember you said in there that he had said that he did see there was payment.
Listen.
To Justin. Do we know where that payment is coming from or who did he receive that from?
I can't comment on that.
Okay. Now, not sure if you guys heard that, but the woman at the end Oh my goodness, family, this shit is crazy. Like they hate super hard on the channel because they know I'm coming with that work. They steady kicking me out of here, right? Now, EV, y'all gonna keep playing, and I know it don't matter, but I'm finna end my subscription with y'all because this is the second time y'all done this. Every time I'm busting shit wide open, y'all want to play, okay? And they steady kicking me out of here, but we gonna get this live done because they know that I ain't playing no games, okay? Now, we're gonna try this again, okay? Now, let's start back. Let me bag this back up, right? Okay, because they kicked me out. See here. To range 2 and not. Okay, listen. Let's get this added back into the queue. Boy, they hating. Why y'all hating for, man? Man, they know I'm shaking this stuff up, man. They know I'm the face of this stuff, man. They sitting back, watch it. They know I'm bringing nothing but heat. They hating. I can't even go live. They done, listen, they done put me back about 30 minutes because they know. They like, man, people going, you know what I'm saying? All the people that's in the building, no, we just, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. But, okay. Now listen to this, family. Let me get this added back in and let's start this back over, right? For those of you out there probably did not hear that, right? All right, let's go.
Range 1. It's a product of negotiations between the parties. It's not atypical.
But to Justin, do we know where that payment?
All right, now listen.
I can't comment on anything on the record. Can't remember whether or not our indictment gets into the motive or not. But I think there probably will be some information forthcoming about that sooner rather than later.
All right. I remember you said in
Listen,
there that, he had said that he did see there was payment.
There was payment.
Justin, do we know where that payment is coming from or who he received that from?
I can't comment on that.
All right, let's cut. So this is where we're going to start at, right? Now, to those of you out here that's following Israelite Talk TV, y'all know what the motto is, right? Detail. We have to pay attention to what? To detail. Okay. The woman asked a question that was already asked in court. She asked the prosecutor. Now, Jamarcus said that he saw payment. Did he see where that payment come from? Is her question. Now, let's just bag this up. I want you guys to put ears on this. Make sure y'all hear this. She asked him.
One of the outstanding questions here.
The motive or
payment is coming.
Listen.
Our indictment gets into the motive or not. But I think there probably will be some information forthcoming about that sooner rather than later.
All right. I remember you said in there that he had said that he did see there was payment. But to Justin, do we know where that payment is coming from or who did he receive that from?
I can't comment on that.
Okay. So now she asked him. He said he saw payment. Do we know where payment is coming from? He said, I can't speak on it right now. But if we pay attention to detail, which we're getting ready to go to here in a minute, he asked him, didn't you say that and the money came from UNK is what he asked him, right? Okay. This is how we start to unravel the lies that's being put forth. And this is how we put Hernandez Govan back into his proper perspective. And one of the things I want you guys to understand is that Hernandez Govan is on house arrest. He's in the house 24 hours. He's supposed to be. So he's watching the net. He's watching Israelite Talk TV, and he know I'm hitting this shit right on the head, and it's fucking him up in the little spots that where he put up at down in Memphis, trying to set people up. Okay, now. He said that he can't talk about it. See, in order to understand what's going on here, family, we got to go back to the beginning and I got to break some things down for you so that you can understand what's going on. Now, you see this right here. Let me see. Where do I want to go first? Okay, let's go here right here. Okay. And let me blow this up for you guys to put eyes on this. Now, this is an article that was put out by Action News 5, okay? And it was put out on November 10th of 2022, okay? Almost a year after young Dolph was killed, okay? Now, Okay, let's put eyes on this. So they tell us, right, that a third suspect has been charged in the connection with the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Monroy confirms that Hernandez Govan, 43, was indicted by a grand jury on 3 charges on November 10th. Okay, timeline detail. So on November 10th, Hernandez Govan, they put forth the warrant on Hernandez Govan, and then he was arrested the next day. Okay. It says Govan. Now pay attention, family. This is what you got to pay attention to. Okay. Because see, what I'm finna show you guys is that, see, the original charges. This is what you got to pay attention to. The original charges. What is the original charges? Okay. So if you notice right here for Hernandez Govan, he is charged with first degree murder, conspiracy to commit first degree murder, and a criminal attempt first degree murder. Okay. And it goes on to say the interesting thing about this indictment, 43-year-old Hernandez Govan is the only suspect charged with conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Okay. So at this time, when they came and they picked up Hernandez Govan, which you guys got to understand, they already had him checkmated. Okay. Grasp. When he came through the door, he already had conspiracy, and then he had conspiracy to murder and attempted murder, which is coming from the brother of young Dolph. Okay. This is the original charges. Now, follow me. This is how we walk this snitch down, right? So at November 10th, they got him. He was already indicted originally with conspiracy, and then a conspiracy to commit first degree murder, and then wooty woo. Now they're saying that what's interesting is that he was the only one that was indicted. Why are they saying that? Because now, if you notice, okay, now let me get this pulled up right here. Okay, we ain't messing around this morning, man. We getting ready to get right to it. Okay. Let's see here. And y'all just bear with me. I got a whole bunch of stuff pulled up, and I do have some other things that's going on. So just bear with me, all right? So okay. So Hernandez Govan, right. Now, check this out right here, family. Check this out right here. What date is this? Okay. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Okay, so well, you know what? Let's do this right here. Let's add this in there, right? Now, remember I told you guys that Hernandez Govan, after Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson was arrested, is the next to be arrested. Now, when we look at Jamarcus Johnson, remember, it says Memphis police said Jamarcus Johnson turned himself into police Friday, November 18th. Now, remember, they got him. Now, look at him. If you look at this guy, man, he look like he getting ready to cry, man. This is when they caught this boy, man. I mean, just look at him, man. He know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Now listen to this, family. Okay, just getting back to this, right? So November 18th is when when he turned himself in to police, which is on a Friday. Remind you, Hernandez Govan has already been jammed up back on the 10th. Okay, let's put eyes back on that. So approximately 7 days later is when they got Jamarcus Johnson, right? Now, what is his charges coming straight through the door? Okay, straight through the door. His bond was set at $300,000. Okay, and it goes on to tell us, right? It says MPD said Johnson was wanted on a charge of conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Okay, so when he goes into jail, when he get arrested, His original charge is conspiracy. It's not conspiracy to commit murder. It's not conspiracy to attempt murder, because what you got to remember is that they're giving Hernandez Govan the leadership role. So what they're saying is, okay, you mastermind this, so we're going to also not only charge you for the conspiracy of planning this and putting this together, but we're also going to charge you for the actual murder and the attempted murder. So this is where the conspiracy to murder and conspiracy to attempted murder comes from. Okay, from the actual killing that actually happened. When this guy Jamarcus came in, he only had one charge, and it was conspiracy. Okay, now, okay, and we just like I said, we walking it down, right? But what I want to show you guys is that let me see here. And I just had that. What did I do with that? Okay, I think this is it right here. This is it right here. Now we're going to get back to this particular article right here, but this was an article put out by ABC 24, right? And it speaks about, it says, young Dolph murder suspect Justin Johnson under investigation after drug cell phone found in cell. Okay, this is May 31st. We're coming back to that, but this is not what we're going to put eyes on first. Okay, but the date that we see here is that it's May 31st, 2023, which is last year. Now, this is what I want you guys to understand. Put eyes on this right here. So it says Johnson, 24, and Cornelius Smith, 32, were indicted in January 22 on charges of first-degree murder, criminal attempted first-degree murder, unlawful carry of possession of firearm, employment of a firearm with intent to commit a felony and theft of property. They were both indicted in January 2023 with conspiracy. Okay. So what I'm doing is we walking this thing down. So what I'm showing you is that we saw what Justin Johnson and Cornelius' original charges was. After they pop Hernandez Govan and then they get Jamarcus Johnson. Now remember, Jamarcus Johnson came right through the door with conspiracy. They didn't charge Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson with conspiracy until the beginning of last year. Because remember, they got Hernandez Govan in November of 2022, and also they got Jamarcus Johnson a week later after Hernandez Govan told on him. Okay. So now, once they get Hernandez Govan and they get Jamarcus Johnson in January, this is when they charge Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson with conspiracy. Okay, because now they got everything that they need to know. So now they can unleash the conspiracy charges. Okay. So now we got to keep an eye on a moving target, which is Jamarcus Johnson. So his only charge is what? The conspiracy to commit murder, right? Now check this out right here. Okay. Because this is when everything is finna get real nice and good, right? It's finna get nice and good, right? Now, let me see. Is this it? Let me see. Okay. Okay, so right here. Now, we're going back to this, to when he was pleading guilty, right? Because they trying to lose us in the sauce, but we got to keep eyes and ears on what's going on. So now I want you guys to listen to something, right? So when Jamarcus Johnson is getting ready to go get sentenced, right? And he pleads guilty. So he at first he pled not guilty, and then he pled guilty. So Judge Coffee Lee Brown, okay? Shout out that boy, Judge Coffee Lee Brown. Now they try to backdoor Coffee Lee Brown because they trying to get shit done. But shout out that boy, Judge Coffee Lee Brown, right? Because I'm getting ready to show you. When I show you, you're going to be like, oh shit, Big Light. I didn't even see that, right? Because we paying attention to detail, we see it, right? Now, as he's getting ready to sentence Jamarcus Johnson and go over this, not sentence him, but go over this guilty plea that he's agreeing to, right? He's asking him a series of questions, and we have to pay attention to detail, okay? Now, let's let him ride.
Jury gave you, you're going to appeal any punishment that I gave you. the Court of Criminal Appeals would grant you a new trial or even dismiss your case if that court found mistakes have been made in your trial. If you could not afford an attorney, I would appoint someone for you free of charge to handle your appeal. Do you understand that, sir? Mr. Jamarcus Johnson, when you enter this change of plea, when you enter this guilty plea, you waive, you give up all those rights. You ask this court to find you guilty without a trial. And Mr. Johnson, both sides are recommending that I do not sentence you today. That a delayed execution of these judgments is set this case for a sentencing hearing. And at that sentencing hearing, Mr. Johnson, you'll be sentenced somewhere between 6 and 12 years in prison. Now, is that the agreement you have in the state of Tennessee, sir? Yes, sir. Mr. Johnson, you've been sworn to tell the truth. You understand that, sir? Everything that you say under oath has to be true. If you do not tell the truth, the state could indict you for perjury. That carries up to 12 years in prison. Do you understand that, sir? Before I continue with this colloquy, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Hagerman has asked the court's permission to ask you some questions. You waive your right to remain silent when you enter the you waive the rights that Mr. Hagerman asked of you, sir. Make sure you answer those questions truthfully. You understand that? Because Ms. Hagerman and Ms. Mond said, Judge Coffey, we don't believe Mr. Jamarcus Johnson has been truthful. They're going to ask the court to vacate this guilty plea. They will strike this guilty plea, and your case will go back to the same status as was before this information was found. You understand that, sir? Any questions?
Stop right there. So what he's telling Jamarcus Johnson, basically in so many words, let me break it down. He's telling him, like, listen, you need to be truthful. He's going to ask you some questions. You need to tell him the truth of what's going on. If you do not tell him the truth, he said that they can strike this plea and it can go back to its regular status. Now, what does that mean right there? And I got to take y'all down through there. We got to get criminal with this a little bit. What they're basically saying is, Jamarcus Johnson, we have you on this conspiracy. Okay? We have you on this conspiracy. Because see, y'all gotta understand how the court system works. So just let me give you a hypothetical, right? Say for an example, I go out here, I catch a murder case, I kill somebody, right? Catch a body, boom, out of here, trophy on the shelf, right? Now, I catch that case. If I go to court, what y'all got to understand about the court system, all of this stuff is about money. When you see plea bargains being issued, it's because the court knows and understand that if everybody did a fast and speedy trial, the courts will be backed up. These district attorneys could never prepare and be ready for these cases, and all these cases would get throughout, okay, because they just not prepared. You know what I'm saying? And they're not ready to go to court and to go to trial when they need to go to trial. So what they do is they offer incentives. They say, okay, well, let's knock this down. We still gonna get the conviction. We still gonna get some time. Everything is money. So as long as you're in jail, there's a date. There's an amount that these jails get paid to house you in those jails. And then it's just a whole thing. I'm not going to go down through that breakdown, but I'm just follow me, right? So what they need to do is they don't need to go to trial. They're going to cut your plea bargain. They say, okay, you got caught with this. You had this many things on there. We'll offer you this. If you don't want this, then we'll go to trial. Okay. Now, Jamarcus Johnson in this case is the weakest link. Well, not the weakest link, but one of the weakest links after the weakest link. He doesn't have any criminal history. So what they did is they moved him up. This is how they boxed this guy in, Jamarcus Johnson. They said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bump you up. Remember, he's only a level 1. He's never been in trouble with none of this shit, right? So what they're saying is we're going to bump you up to a level 2. And if you don't tell us what's going on, then all of this stuff would be consecutive. So see, what they know and understand is that if he don't come to court and do what he's supposed to do, he's going to eat that time. Somebody has to pay. So you figure they can stretch him out where they can do 12 years on those charges, or really if they strike it and it goes back to the regular charges, his minimum is 15 to 60 years. They're going to give him all of that on top of all this other stuff with perjury and all this other stuff. So he's never going to come home if he don't complete the mission when it's time to go to trial, because somebody has to pay. Either you got to pay or your brother going to pay. Okay, so this is how this works. So they have to wheel and deal. This is why Mia J says, oh yeah, deals being made behind the scenes, whatever that look like. So they have to wheel and deal because he's the least of he has no record. Okay, but there's something more even sinister that's going on here. See, Hernandez Govan told on Jamarcus Johnson. What they're trying to do is they're trying to conceal the fact that Hernandez Govan is a rat. This is why they said his probation terms is under seal. And we're going to go more into that as I continue to go through here, but I got to walk y'all down and get this to y'all so y'all can understand what's going on. So if he told him, if he's not being honest, they could strike this plea and it goes back to the regular charges. What does that tell you? His lawyer said that, oh, well, you know, at the time, no warrant was issued for Justin Johnson, so he didn't know that he was wanted. But here's the deal, though. If that's the case, what the lawyer is saying, and he didn't know, why would he plea out to accessory after the fact if he did not know that this dude was wanted? That's just like right now. If somebody come knock on my door, say, "Hey man, run me to the store, something real quick, wooty wooty woo," and I go out here and I run you to the store, not knowing that it's you wanted in shit Maine somewhere for all these murders and stuff like that. And if I don't know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with it. So what you guys got to understand is this guy Jamarcus Johnson is more involved than what the prosecutors are saying. But this is the overlay for the underplay. I'm giving y'all game. Okay. I'm giving y'all game. The face of this shit, right? So what y'all got to understand is this right here, family. So this is how this game works. If they're telling him that his stuff will go back to the original charges, this lets you know that they have him on this conspiracy already. They have Hernandez Govan, but they have to disguise him. You see what I'm saying? So that he can get out there and work and do what he need to do. Okay. His first thing was Jamarcus Johnson. But see, what the courts is doing is this right here. Okay. And this is what y'all got to grasp. It's simple. Whatever story that the prosecutor come with, this is the story. You see what I'm saying? Because who can prove it wrong? If he's telling the DA that Justin Johnson gave him a phone, now this nigga could have had the phone the whole time. But how can they verify that? Justin Johnson ain't talking. Remember, no statements. He ain't saying none. So basically, whatever the prosecutor is saying, this is what happened. And the only way for him to disprove that, he got to implement and say, well, no, he had that phone since the beginning of this, which if I was Johnson, fuck it, just tell on all of them. Because he heard that has Govan think he got all the sense. So understand the game. Justin Johnson ain't made no statement. So basically, whatever his brother say, this is what happened. Unless he gonna come out and admit, nah, it didn't happen like that. He had that phone because he was involved in it, and they got this and that. But to do that, he gotta tell on everybody. Okay, understand the game. I'm giving it to you, right? So what they're gonna run with is that Jamarcus Johnson had nothing to do with everything. He came in a week later, and this is where they fucked up at. Okay, see what y'all gotta understand, and we're gonna listen to this again. And we're going to put ears on this because, see, remember the judge says that the prosecutor is going to ask you some questions, right? See, what the prosecutor did is they got to box Jamarcus Johnson in first. They got to lock him in. How do they lock him in? They have to make him come forth and confess that he's involved in this stuff. So what they're doing is they're asking him a series of questions that he's admitting to that's basically confirming that he did conspire, okay? He's part of this conspiracy. He took a phone, and remember when they kept asking him. Okay, let's get back over here and put ears on this, man. I ain't playing around. See, family, we getting to the point where everything is dwindling down. We got to keep eyes on the Memphis court system and the people that they shuffling around in front of us. Listen, all week I'm on their ass. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Now, where am I going? Oh, let's get back over here. Now, family, do you guys, let me see. Let me get this, make sure this is shared. All right. Cool. Boom. Let me see.
As far as coming to court, but we had a conference call with the family yesterday. Terminations. He's played.
Okay, listen to this guy right here.
Between 6 and 12 years. On E felonies, you're eligible to ask for diversion, probation, or whatever, but those are decisions for a different day by this judge.
So I just want to make sure that I'm
Listen.
making this clear. So each count of accessory after the fact, there's the reception of the property as one accessory after the fact, and then each usage of the phone is two different accessory charges.
So you got, what's important is you got 3 accessory
Listen.
charges in total. What those things are about taking receipt of the car and the phone, and then using the phone in manners that help Justin Johnson.
Okay, so stop right there. So he pled guilty to 3 charges, accessory after the fact. He's breaking down what the accessories after the fact is. He used that phone. He had that phone because he turned the phone into him. He had that car, and then he used that phone that he had. Okay. So what I'm telling y'all is that Jamarcus Johnson is more involved in what they want us to believe, but for the sake of the plea, they got to walk it down like this. And well, he came in a week after the fact. Woo, 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 woo. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Let me explain to you why. Listen to this right here, family. Listen to this right here. Listen to this. Okay. Boom. And let's cook.
Sir. Sacrament, you may proceed, sir.
Justin, we have talked before, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when we talked, you told me about meeting with your half-brother, Justin. He's your half-brother.
So listen, what he's finna do, right? And I want to break this down so everybody grasp. Remember the original charges, the original allegations. They say that he helped his brother escape. Okay. And they said that he helped coordinate the payments to somebody else, right? What he's going to do is he's going to speak about the payment. He's not going to say nothing about the car. And he's not going to say nothing about Hernandez Govan. Okay. Now pay attention, because remember, see what they doing is they're saying they're doing something else, but they're boxing them in on other things. He's admitting to that conspiracy that they originally have him with. The only thing they're doing is they're moving the time frames and saying, well, no, he didn't come into the show until after the fact, a week later. Okay. And like I said, the only way that they can prove that is Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith would have to come out and say, well, no, he woo, he was involved from the beginning. Okay. Grasp, right? But they know that he's involved from the beginning and that he's working these moves. But because he turned his phone on, now remember, and we're going to talk about all of this in separate, isolated situations so we be on point. But this nigga right here got this same phone that Justin Johnson had with him on the drill all the way till he get indicted right now, and he turns it in to him, okay? So once again, we're not going to go into that today. That's another day, and I'm going to break all this stuff down. It's family. It is what it is, right? Now listen to this, right? We blow him, boom, and then let's cook.
Is that right? Yes, sir. You told me about meeting with your half-brother Justin about a week or so after the murder of Adolph Jr. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You told me at that time that he gave you a car. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You told me at that time he also gave you his cellular telephone. Is that correct?
Correct.
You told me that, or did you tell me
Listen.
that afterwards you used that cellular telephone at his request?
Yes, sir.
Did you describe to me a scenario in which you would place one phone up to another?
Okay, so right here, family, he's getting ready. We done saw this a million times, but just for edification purposes, we got to walk it down. He said that Justin gave him a car. He never discussed the car. I'm gonna explain to you why he never discussed his car and why does really run deep in regards to Jamarcus Johnson. Okay, so he admitted that he gave him a car. He said, "Yeah, he gave me a car." Now he didn't specify what the car was used for, how he used the car, but he said that he gave him a car, and by him accepting this car, he helped Justin Johnson escape, or whatever the case may be. Right? Okay. So he's admitted that. He's saying, yeah, I did do that. But he's just saying this is all after the fact. I wasn't part of the planning. I'm on part of none of that. This is after the fact. Now, what did he ask him? Now, remember the original, when I first started, the lady that's giving the press conference at the end of this video, she asked him, you said he saw payment. What did he say? He didn't say, well, I don't know. I can't speak on that. He used UNK. Okay. So he's not saying, so UNK could be whoever. They're just not saying that it's Hernandez Govan because they need this nigga out on the street working. So UNK could be anybody, right? Listen to this, family. So let's just put ears on it. He asked him a question and he gave him a response. Did you say?
You told me at that time he also gave you his cellular telephone. Is that correct?
Correct.
You told me that, or did you tell me that afterwards?
Listen.
You used that cellular telephone at his request.
Yes, sir.
So right there, let's just Paul. I gotta slow you down, Paul. Paul. So what did he say? Remember he told you when the guy was asking him just a minute ago, break down the 3 accessories. So he was using that phone. They know he was using the phone. They're just saying, well, it was just a week later. So anything prior to that. Now, this phone was also used before the murder of Dolph. Okay? Make no mistake, it's been used before Dolph. He was using that phone before, during, and after he gave it to Jamarcus Johnson. So they say. But like I said, that's another day. Okay? Now listen out his own mouth what he's getting ready to say. He asked him, did you say? And what did he say? What did he say?
Did you describe to me a scenario in which you would place one and that Justin was going to get from UNK?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right here.
That's for money.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Listen.
Is that right? And you described to me, and you turned this phone over.
And I put somebody else's phone.
At that time, he also gave you his cellular telephone. Is that correct?
Correct.
You told me that, or did you tell me that afterwards you used that cellular telephone?
You used it. You used it at his request.
Did you describe to me a scenario in which you would place one phone up to another while Justin was on another phone for the benefit of his parole or probation officer?
He was called to get somebody's number, and I would put my phone down on the bed, and I put somebody else's phone right there and let them talk to each other.
And you told me about the times that you did that. Is that correct? And you also described times not just with the probation.
Listen, right here.
But also with an individual known to you as C. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you now know that individual to be Cornelius Smith. Is that right?
Yes,
So he made him identify Cornelius Smith. You see, this is how he's locking in this guilty verdict that's going to happen with straight drop and Cornelius whenever they go to court. This is why he asked him. You heard what he just asked him. Okay. See who you now know to be Cornelius Smith. Basically saying, well, he didn't know that this was Cornelius. He just knew it was some guy named C. Now you know this guy to be Cornelius Smith. Right. So this is where, so once again, this is the conspiracy that they're locking these guys in off of his testimony. The thing with Jamarcus Johnson is that he's more involved. I don't feel sorry for this guy. You know, I know Hernandez told on you, but hey, shit, keep it a sleeve though. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, this is what's going on. So he told him that they put the money up there. Now listen to what he's saying. He's getting ready to lock Hernandez Govan.
And you described to me, and you turned this phone over, and in it were text messages. So describe times not just with the probation officer, and some of these text messages, some of what you witnessed was conversation with regard to money that Justin would be getting to see. Is that correct?
He asked for money, yes, sir.
That's for money.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yeah. He was asking for money with somebody else, from somebody else.
Okay, and that somebody else was referred to as UNK. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this would be money that C asked for from Justin that Justin was going to get from UNK.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? You described all that to me.
Yes, sir.
You've also looked at some photographs that included
Listen.
one of your half-brother in a particular outfit, and you identified Justin Johnson, your half-brother, in the photograph.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's get to it. Now, how do we know that this is Hernandez Govan? Okay, it's a simple process. Check this out right here. Check this out right here, family. This is getting ready to blow y'all mind. This is getting ready to blow y'all mind right here. Now, listen to this. Shout out to that boy Coffee.
In state prison. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Again, you've been sworn to tell the truth, and everything that you say has to be true. You understand that, sir? Yes, sir. You have any questions about the rights that you waived, the guilty plea you entered?
Listen.
Tennessee, Mr. Jamarcus Johnson. No, sir. Have any complaints about anything that Mr. Corman has done?
Listen.
How long has Mr. Corman been your lawyer, Mr. Johnson? 8 months. Did he get this 7 months? Did he get discovery for you? Yes, sir. Did he let you know what to say? We'll try to prove
Listen.
you had a trial.
Detail.
Did you have anything that you wanted Mr. Corman to
Detail.
for you? No, sir. Do you have any complaints at all about anything that Mr. Corman has done or has not done since he's been your lawyer? No, sir. Do you also understand, Mr. Johnson, that part of this agreement,
Listen.
this memorandum adopted by the parties, will be filed as a public record with your guilty plea?
Listen.
You're pleading guilty to those 3 counts in that information. You're also agreeing that you be sentenced as a range 2 offender, even though you are in fact only a range 1 offender. You understand that? You also are agreeing that those 3 felony convictions will be served consecutively.
Listen.
One another, making that an effective sentence of minimum of 6 years to as much as 12 years in prison. You've also agreed that
Listen.
the state of Tennessee has not made you any promises, no recommendations to your sentence other than
Listen.
they would detail to the court any cooperation and truthful testimony or statements that you have given that may have aided in the prosecution. As Mr. Hagerman just told you, if some of those other cases go to trial, Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith or Hernandez Govan, if those cases go to trial, the state of Tennessee might actually call you as a witness. You understand that?
Whoa. Shout out that boy Judge Lee Coffee, man. Shout that boy out, man. Let me back it up. Listen.
Mr. Hagerman just told you, if some of those other cases go to trial, Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith or Hernandez Govan, if those cases go to trial, the state of Tennessee might actually call you as a witness. You understand that? You understand you waive your right to remain silent, and you could in fact be.
Okay. So you see how they try to bob and weave? He used UNK. But he's really talking about Hernandez Govan, because did you hear what Judge Coffee just said? He said, now, if you're called, I hope you understand that you're going to be required to testify against Hernandez Govan, Cornelius Smith, and Justin Johnson. Now, this is where shit get crazy at, family. This is where shit get crazy at. So he's telling Jamarcus Johnson that if called, meaning, now they didn't talk about Hernandez Govan by name, okay? Because why? Because he's working with the people. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end, and I'm gonna get to this here in a minute, but if you guys go back and you listen to this, remember the other day I explained to y'all who's watching Hernandez Govan? Remember I showed you how Jennifer Mitchell acknowledged that he's not being supervised by pretrial. This guy right here is being supervised by pretrial. See, if you go back after he got done talking about what he was talking about at the beginning of this, when the judge started questioning him about that, he explained, make sure you go report the pretrial, do all this and that, and follow the proper protocol that a person that's bonding out. You know what I'm saying? But the thing you got to understand, they keep telling Hernandez Govan how dangerous he is, but they're not saying nothing about Jamarcus Johnson, because they know that Jamarcus Johnson just told on the people that's involved, Cornelius Smith, Justin Johnson, and Hernandez Govan. Okay? So Hernandez Govan is UNK. Now, you saying big light. I hear what you're saying, but how do we know? See, the prosecutor said that this guy didn't come into the scene till a week after. Meaning that there's no possible way that he can come out and say that he knows Hernandez Govan outside of the money or the shit that he saw the week after he got the phone. So they said he came into it a week after, you know what I'm saying, the shit happened. This is when he got involved. So they can't put him before that or none of this other stuff. Now, here's the problem, right? And I told you I was running into some problems last night. This is what's going on, right? So if you guys look right here, okay? Where is that at? Hold on. What did that? Let me see. See, okay, so look, so check this out right here, family. Check this out right here. So this is an article Here's an article that was put out November 17th, 2022. Okay. A day before they got whatchamacallit, right? They brought whatchamacallit in, right? So now what they tell us right here, family, check this out right here. Okay. It tells us, right, because they was going through Hernandez Govan criminal record. They tell us most recently, Govan pled guilty to aggravated assault in May of 2021, accused of beating up his former romantic partner. So the woman that I spoke about the other day that he beat up, they're saying that this woman was his whatchamacallit, right? Now, check this out right here. Now, here's another article, right? Okay. So the guy pled guilty in May of 2021. Okay. Now, here's another article that was put out by Action 5 News, right? Now, one of the things that they bring out right here, okay, pay attention, detail. They say he's been in and out of jail for the past 26 years for various crimes, including aggravated assault, drug possession, and more. The day young Dolph was murdered, Govan was in jail serving time for a June 2021 aggravated assault. Now, they claim that Hernandez Govan, okay, was released at the beginning of the year, okay, of 2022. Where is that at? I got so many articles pulled up, family. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Uh all right, so maybe I don't have that pulled up. But anyway, let me see. Is this okay? But anyway, so what they're saying is, family. Now, and I want you guys to grasp this, right? So what they're telling us, the news, the Memphis Police Department, all this other stuff, what they're telling us is that Hernandez Govan was locked up the day that young Dolph got killed. They say that he basically pled guilty to this aggravated battery. This is why they date his indictment back to June, because they're saying this is when this was plotted. But mind you, at the time they saying that this shit was plotted, Hernandez Govan went to jail. This is why when people say they don't see Hernandez Govan in the picture with COT, with straight dropping all these people down there, is because Hernandez Govan is supposedly going to jail to do this time and shit, right? So he's supposedly locked up from June all the way to January, whatever the case may be, the beginning of this year. Okay. Let me go back. Did I miss that? Just want to make sure. Uh okay. But anyway, right here. I'm tweaking. Let me blow this up. Now, see, in this same article right here that we read, where they said that the day young Dolph was murdered, Govan was in jail serving time for a 2021 aggravated assault. Now, listen to this, family. They say Govan was released from jail earlier this year, but is now back in custody. Okay. So this is November 10th, 2022, when he got indicted. They're saying that he was locked up during the days and the times that young Dolph got killed. And then they say that he got out at the beginning of the year. Now, this is how we know that UNK is Hernandez Govan. See, detail. Remember, okay? Okay? Remember. Check this out. Now, let me go ahead and just bring it on home for you. Cornelia Smith, right? Remember, Cornelius Smith faced a judge after being extradited from South Haven, where he was arrested on December 9th. Smith, 32, was arrested on theft charges related to the white beings used in Young Dolph killing. No bond was set and no lawyer was present for Smith in court. So, what this tells us, family, is that Cornelius Smith is the first person to get caught. He's been in jail since December 9th. They announced his arrest when they catch straight drop, but he's already been locked up since December 9th. Now we're locked in. Remember, prosecutor, Paul, remember, you said that he came in after the fact, about a week or two after the fact. So you only got from the 17th to December 9th because Cornelius Smith went to jail on the 9th and he never resurfaced. So now, if he's got this phone a week afterwards, okay, we're really in a 2-week, almost 3-week pocket at this point. Hernandez Govan is not, because they just told us he got out what? The beginning of the year. So now, and they got this nigga dead nuts. This is why he's working. If they didn't have him, he wouldn't be working. He would have never been locked up. So, do y'all understand what's going on here? This is why I told y'all. Now, this is the problem that I ran into, and this is what I need. The reason I didn't go live yesterday, because I wasn't able to get into the portal to pull his criminal record. What we need, family, we need to know what date that case got disposed between that battery with him and his so-called ex-lover, the woman he beat up, the bartender, broke her finger, blacked the eye and all this shit. And then he got sentenced in June and started time. We need to know what date that he was sentenced on that assault and what day he got out. And it don't matter. It don't matter what date it is. We need those dates. But the bottom line is do y'all understand where we going with this? Jamarcus Johnson admitted that money came from UNK. The judge said that he's going to be required to testify on Hernandez Govan, but the prosecutor never mentioned Hernandez Govan by name when he was debriefing him. Remember, he said, if you're called to testify on Jamarcus Johnson or Cornelius Smith, you're going to have to come. But the judge slipped up and let him and let us know that he's also speaking about Hernandez Govan. So what could he possibly testify on Hernandez Govan if he came into the fact a week after this shit happened? He wasn't part of the planning process. So there's no possible way he could have met Hernandez Govan because remember, Hernandez Govan has been locked up since June. See, this shit went south. And listen, family, check this out right here. Okay. Oh man, family, we cooking, man. We cooking, man. Check this out right here, family. Check this out. Check this out. This is finna blow y'all mind, man. This is finna blow y'all mind. This is finna blow y'all mind. Okay, check this out right here. Now, this is also another article put out by what? ABC 24. Now, check this out right here. Now, this is when Hernandez Govan hired a new attorney. Now, check this out right here, family. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. So right here, it says, check this out. It says, so last year in April, now pay attention to the dates, April 20th, 2023. It says a key suspect in the murder of rapper Young Dolph in 2021 appeared in court Thursday with the new high-profile lawyer. Hernandez Govan, who's accused of ordering the hit, which led to the shooting death of Young Dolph, hired Atlanta criminal defense attorney Manny Aurora, a former Air Force Reserve attorney who's represents several high-profile clients. Okay. Now, another thing that you guys got to understand about this Manny Aurora, he's been around for a long time. He's the same guy that defended Gucci Man when he caught that body. Okay. And Gucci got out of there too. Now, this guy is pretty good. So now what I'm saying is a month after he hired this guy, he gets this bond. But I want you guys to pay attention to something here, right? Check this out. So what they're saying is, now I want you guys to understand this. Govan was in court Thursday to present the motion to hire Aurora. who will be representing him pro hoc vice, meaning he will partner with a local attorney since he's not licensed as a lawyer in Tennessee. Memphis attorney Handel Durham was named as co-counsel. So what they're saying is because he's not licensed in the state of Tennessee, he's basically going to ride the coattail of, I guess, this guy license or whatever the case may be, right? But listen to this, family. This shit crazy right here. Peep the game. It tells us. Now, remember this guy right here, William Massey. It says Govan's former attorney, William Massey, filed a motion to withdraw himself from the case after conflict arose between the two. Shelby County Assistant District Attorney Paul Hagerman said after the court appearance on Thursday. Listen to this. It says Hagerman, the lead prosecutor on the Young Dolph case, said he did know the details of the conflict between Govan and Massey, but he was contacted by Aurora 2 to 3 weeks prior to the court appearance, who informed him he'd be representing Govan. So what you guys got to understand is that the lawyer removed himself from the case. Why would the lawyer remove himself from the case? Family. Now, I just listen. And let me go on and say this so I don't forget. Sometimes I put my disclaimer. I always have my disclaimer in the description box before I go live. It's always down there. I put the disclaimer in different spots in the videos because I know that some people may just come watch 15 minutes and they go and they out of there. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I stick it at the end, stick it in the middle. So what I'm telling you right now is that everything that I've said thus far and will say to the end of this video is all allegedly. It's just strictly for entertainment purposes. I don't know any of this to be true. I'm just entertaining y'all. This is just exactly what it is. Okay. Straight like that. Okay. So I don't know any of this stuff to be true. I'm just getting it to you, right? So the lawyer removed himself from the case. So what did the lawyer know that we didn't know? Because remember, family, this shit gonna come out in trial. If Hernandez Govan is locked up, how the hell did he make this payment? Because he made that payment. They got him dead nuts. He made that payment. Okay. This is why the niggas outside working right now. They got him. And I know he's probably wondering, how did they get me? Because remember, this is a conspiracy. Remember, the prosecutor said there's different layers. Everybody got different roles and shit. So Hernandez Govan role was to make the payments, but they knew the nigga was going to be in jail. So when they try to figure out, well, how was this shit made? They can't say Hernandez Govan because he's locked up. But if he's coming out and saying that UNK made the payment and he's got to testify on Govan, and he didn't come into a week later after Govan was, he didn't come into the play a week afterwards, then that means that there's no possible way he could have had any type of passes with Hernandez Govan. Because remember, Hernandez Govan is locked up from June to the beginning of the new year. We need those reports, man. I need them reports. So y'all help me out. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. If y'all go online and get them, hey, man, email me or DM me on Instagram. I'll send you half of whatever you paid to get it. Or y'all can hit the cash out. Okay, capital T, capital K, capital O, and I on the kingdom of Israel, and I'll go get it. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't a me thing, this a we thing, right? Okay, that's right. So like I said, I don't matter how y'all want to do it. If somebody want to go ahead and get it and pull it, just send me the receipt. I'll send you half of whatever you paid to get it. Okay, I got half on it, right? Okay. But family, do y'all understand where this case is going? That nigga made that payment. He's supposed to be locked up. Family, listen to this. Now, this is where this shit get critical. See, this is where this shit get critical, right? Listen to this shit right here, family. This getting ready to blow y'all mind. It says right here in this article, do I got that pulled? I got it pulled. Aurora said there are no witnesses which link Govan to the two shooting suspects, Justin Johnson and Cornelia Smith, and instead, prosecutors are relying on phone records. Whoa. So what are they saying? What did Manny say, right? Basically what he's saying, right? If it family, let me come full screen with this shit, right? I'm under the impression, right? Hernandez Govan how did they catch Hernandez? How did they catch Hernandez Govan? Okay. Because remember, when they caught him and they brought him in originally with conspiracy charges before anybody else was charged, meaning that they already knew that he was facilitating this money for these payments. Okay. Now, this is what I believe happened, family. And I want y'all to listen to me very, very, very closely. This is all allegedly, but I believe this is what happened. I believe how they got Hernandez Govan is, see, remember when Straight dropped that song? They took his phone privileges and then they took his visitations and shit. So he didn't have none. All he got is lawyer visits at this point, right? Jenny just turned this over last year in December. She just overturned all this shit. So for a whole year, he didn't have none of this shit. Now, let's get back to this article over here, right? Peep the game, man. This shit, it gets slimy, man. It gets slimy as hell. You know what I'm saying? It gets slimy out there, right? What am I looking for here? What am I looking for here? I'm looking for oh, I know what I'm looking for. I'm tweaking. Come on, family. It's all breaking news, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button now. We got, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. This all exclusive, man. Straight real breakdowns, man. They can't get away from it. This guy right here, Hernandez Govan, is UNK, and they know it because how could he testify on UNK? He never even mentioned nothing in regards to Hernandez Govan. You know why? Because they know he working, man. Okay, he's working. Let me see. Where is that article at? I just had it pulled up. Let me see. What is this? Not that. Not there. Damn, I just had this shit pulled up. What the hell is this? Okay, right here. Boom. So, family, listen, check this out right here. Let me blow this up. Now, do you guys see this right here? This article was put out on May 31st. So this is after Hernandez Govan bonds out, right? So they say young Dolph murder suspect Justin Johnson under investigation after drugs and cell phone found in cell. Excuse me. So they never tell them exactly when they never tell them exactly of when let me see something real quick. Let me just do this in real time. So he was caught with drugs in the cell phone, right? Let me just do this real quick. Justin Johnson. Let me see. What is this right here? We just gonna do it right in real time, man. Hold on. Justin Johnson being held in case we should appear. For Johnson. Hold on. John Morris is spoken for the county in November. Let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. Let me find. I gotta find that. I gotta find it. Okay, right here. This is what I'm looking for. Right here. Peep the game. Right. Check it out. So right here, this article that was put out. Okay, this was put out May 31st. Right, May 31st. This is after Hernandez Govan has made bond. But listen to what they said right here in this article. It says Johnson, known as Straight Drop, was found with drugs and a phone on him in jail, according to Shelby County Sheriff's Office. SCSO did not say when he was found with the contraband or what drugs were found, but did say they're actively investigating the case. So what you got to remember is that in May 31st of last year, because he didn't get his phone privileges back until December last year. So I believe that phone that he was using was tapped. They got the phone from him. They busted him with the phone. So he got to call them guys. What's this? Because I mean, the cell phone is for the shit you can't talk about over the phone. And I believe that's how they caught Hernandez Govan, and then they walked him down. And him understanding he's a career criminal, he starts singing like a canary. This is what I'm wondering, family. Okay. And we get ready to wrap this up here real soon. What I'm wondering is this. Did Hernandez Govan, now remember, he's been out on bond since May of last year. Okay. This is, we're almost coming up on May, shit, probably in about a few months, right? So we're almost coming up on a year. We haven't heard of any new arrests. Okay. Outside of Jamarcus Johnson, we haven't heard of any other plea deals. So what I'm wondering is, did Hernandez Govan get Big Jug? This is what I'm wondering, right? If y'all remember, the judge removed, I mean, not the judge, but his lawyer and them had some disagreement, and his lawyer removed himself from that case. I'm thinking it's because remember, Manny says there's no witnesses. And of course, if he's in jail, there's not going to be any witnesses. But I'm of the opinion of the people that believe that he was on the scene. Okay. So I am under that impression. This is why we need those dates of when that assault happened, when he was booked, and when he got released from jail. Because I checked the portal is lacking. Okay. And just like the news said, there's some mystery in his history. We need those documents, right? So, but the bottom line is this, family. What I believe now, and I want y'all to listen to this, and y'all send this to Gotti. Y'all send this to Black Youngster. Y'all send this to all them people that's involved. See, here's the deal. He got that lawyer in April. If y'all put that money up for that lawyer, y'all ass is through booking. Because see, if you put the money up and you pay for this shit and he got you to pay for that lawyer, your ass is booked because they got a paper trail now showing that you paid that money for that lawyer. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know this to be the case, but if that is the case, if any type of money was moving for this guy while he was still locked up, then family, this is what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Because what y'all got to remember is this play has already been in play. Remember, they bring Jamarcus Johnson in front of the people, and when he pled guilty and did all of that shit and told, remember, Hernandez Govan is at large since May. He's already out sticking and moving, doing what he's doing, right? In June, they bring forth Jamarcus Johnson. Now, mind you, this play has already been in play. He's been cooperative since when? They told you, since they caught him. He's been cooperating since November of last year. And so has Hernandez Govan. If Hernandez Govan called Black Youngster, Big Jook, or Gotti, and they paid that money for that lawyer, they booked. And this is why Big Jook said they don't want to face you. They want to snake you. See? And if Big Jook paid that money, that's why Big Jook got took out. Straight like that. I told y'all. I told y'all, didn't I? Okay. We cooking. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, city of Memphis, I mean, because we got to make it make sense. We know that this guy is Zunk. He got that money. Somebody, see what happened was, family. I'm going to tell you this is what happened. It's different layers to this thing. And of course, when you're plotting and planning, you're going to have levels. Hernandez Govan was responsible for soliciting the shooters and basically taking care of the payment, but he's not the mastermind. And remember, he was in jail. He was locked up. He just facilitated the money. So they say. This is their story at this point, and we just gonna run with it, okay? But he's supposed to be locked up. So how can he? But he made the payment though, and they got him dead nuts making that payment. So that means if he wasn't in jail, then if he wasn't in jail, then that mean he had a cell phone in jail. So do y'all understand how deep this fucking rabbit hole was finna go and why they playing these games? And it's a lot of ring around the rosy. You see what I'm saying? Because they know they're going to have to explain to the people how the hell Hernandez Govan made the payment for that hit and he's supposed to be locked up. And Jamarcus Johnson, there's no possible way that he could have, because to say that he know Hernandez Govan before that means that he's part of the plot in June. He can't go back to June. He's got to stay a week after this shit with Dolph is where the prosecutor wants to place him, and that's cool. Place him a week after. But the thing we know for sure, he cannot be coordinating payments from Cornelius Smith to Justin Johnson if Cornelius Smith is locked up on December 9th. And if Hernandez Govan got out after the first of the year, how the hell did he make that payment and how is he the mastermind? But we know he made the payment because they picked his ass up, and they would have never picked his ass up and held on to his ass if they didn't have the evidence that they took forth to the grand jury showing that he orchestrated this shit. Okay. So Hernandez Govan, your time is running out. Now, Jenny from the block, Jennifer Mitchell, and this is what I'm getting ready to wrap up here on in a little bit. I'm gonna go through the comment section as I do at the end of the videos, show the subscribers some love. I'm watching Jenny, right? Because on the 5th of December of last year, I believe it was, she restored straight drops, visitation, phone privileges, and things that Judge Coffey had took. I'm curious to see what she's going to do on the first, because let me ask you something. If she just went off on Hernandez Govan in court for violating his probation numerous of times, how could she grant that motion on the first after he's violated the motherfucker? You see what I'm saying? How could she still grant that motion after not only did he fuck up with Judge Coffey, but she's saying before I can even look at this motion, you doing interviews, you're violating probation. So if he's violating probation and doing all of this shit and she grants that motion, what is there else? What is there else to say? The nigga is working with the police. And people just need to know and understand that. And don't fuck with this dude. Let him go. Listen, because this is what's getting ready to happen. If he don't secure the big fish, he's going to eat all those charges because they have him dead nuts moving that money. He's going to die on that hill. He's going under. So I believe Hernandez Govan is playing the 50 because we haven't heard of any big arrests. You know what I'm saying? We haven't heard of any big arrests. So who did you get? I mean, the case is just dragging, rescheduling. You ain't got nobody. So are you out there cleaning up and getting people out the way? The people that is involved. See, so I believe Hernandez Govan is playing the 50 and time getting ready to run out. And see, he's going to end up, in jail for the rest of his life. He's going under, man. He's not going to be able to get up under here. But I want you guys to put ears on what Manny said. They have no witnesses. He's looked at the discovery. So what he's saying is phone records because, wow, he's supposed to be in jail. Family, I told y'all the fix was in. They're going to have to dance to the beat, man. I'm telling y'all, like I just gave it to you. This is what's going on. This is the point that we're at right now. Hernandez Govan got to put up or shut up. We should be seeing, because remember, before they go to trial, they can't. So like, look, they can't just, so like, I believe they're set to August or whatever the trial's supposed to start. They can't just start trial and say, we're going to trial. Remember what I showed y'all with Judge Coffey? They have deadlines where they have to have all new evidence out, meaning that whatever evidence they got is the only shit they're going to be able to present if they don't enter in any new arrests, any new information, any plea deals. They have to get to that point. So what I'm telling you is that we may hear something from Cornelius or straight drop in because they're watching this shit. They got phones and shit in jail. They know what's going on. Hernandez Govan on house arrest. He definitely watching this shit. So what you guys got to understand is that if I'm straight drop, I would have just went to trial fast and speedy. They not ready to go to trial because he knows that there's more shooters on the scene because straight drop do not take the first shot. The first shot comes from the Family Dollar. Whoever that is, and we're going to talk more about that. They're trying to cover up the third shooter. Jeremy Pierre, I'm on your ass, buddy. I'm on you. Y'all not listening. I'm walking y'all ass down. And this is why they playing with the channel, because they know I'm on their ass. I'm giving it to you. Hernandez Govan is going to eat those charges. If he do not give up the big fish, he's going down because they have the phone in which he was using that made the payment. It's simple as that. His ass is bumped. He has to deliver. And he gave them Jamarcus Johnson just to let them know, hey, listen, I ain't playing. Yeah, okay, we'll go get that phone. Remember, this nigga went and got a phone that he's had. Now, remind you, family, this phone, we're going to talk about the phone. This phone that Jamarcus Johnson turned in when they popped him, he's had this all this time. So at some point, if the guy's so innocent, logical sense then tell you when they got your brother in January for the murder of Dolph, and you're watching YouTube. Remember, they don't catch him until November. You watching YouTube, you seeing all these blogs and shit we doing, and this nigga is still holding on to this phone. Make it make sense, family. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right, let me get in the comment section, see what y'all saying, man. Man, shout out to everybody checking in, man. Yep, like Mimi said, they trying to stop me from getting the news out, but we gonna get it in though. We ain't playing. Man, shout out Wallow. What's up, man? Okay. What Dave? Okay. Facts. What? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm watching Jenny. Jenny, I'm watching you. If you grant that motion on March 1st, how do you reward people for bad behavior? I can't see how you could reward people for bad behavior. And if that's the way the justice system work, man, we might as well all just move to Memphis, man. This dude, listen, family, I can't believe some of this stuff that I'm seeing down there, man. I mean, that dude Justin Johnson, man, straight dry. He shot some people, man, and shit only did like 9 months on the case. Hey, we're going to talk more about Jamarcus Johnson. He's more involved than they would have us to believe, and I understand, you know what I'm saying, but he's involved. And I'm going to explain to you more, but I don't want to overwhelm y'all with so much information. Man, I don't know. My question is, did Govan get rid of Jip? Well, the thing that you know what? Let me say that for another lie. Hey, family, it's something is going on. Do I got that still pulled up? Do I want to break that today? Do I want to break that today? Do I want to break that today? I don't know. Do I want to break that today? Okay. Do I want to break that today? Fam, I got all type of breaking news, man. Let me see. Let me see here. You know what, family? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it when we talk about Jamarcus Johnson because it's really pertaining to him. So it's not Gotti. It's Black Youngster behind this. He says, so it's not Gotti, it's Black Youngster behind this. I wouldn't say so much as that. If Black Youngster is involved, Gotti's involved because that's his send off. That's his, hey man, going on and wooty wooty woo. You know what? Amir Boss says, yes, Youngster hate Dolph more than Gotti. Youngster and Juk are the two evil, and Govan is the stupid. I don't know. You know, Black Youngster did a video, man, years ago when the shit happened with Dolph, and he kind of gave Dolph his props and kind of, you know what I'm saying? I think Gotti forced him. See, people do whatever for money. See, the thing that we got to get to today, okay? People got to stop. I mean, damn slide for people, man. People got to slide for themselves. They get to told Gotti. Remember on training day, they told what they tell Denzel. You got to put your own work in around here. You know what I'm saying? They should have told Gotti, you go get that Dolph. You go take care of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard of no stories of Gotti stepping like that. You know what I'm saying? Breaking legs and shit like I ain't never heard that. You know what I'm saying? I know he got the bag, and I know for the money people do whatever, but I don't man, I don't know nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Dog. Hell yeah, we gotta get it for Paper Route Frank, man. We gotta make sure that they don't do no funny business, man. They gotta, you know what I'm saying? Hey, family, can y'all believe now this dude, he talked about Flip. Is Flip still messing with this dude, man? I hope Flip ain't still messing with this dude after this one. This nigga career criminal and he out of jail on a $90,000 bond. Nigga, how the hell you work that? I mean, man, he good. He ain't that damn good now. Shit. The fuck? And I can understand it was like tickets and shit like that, man. That nigga got drug cases, gun charges, all through the feds. Like, come on, man. Hey, but listen, family, we need that. Listen, we need that criminal record on Hernandez Govan. Okay. Uh, we need to know about that assault case that he beat up his former girlfriend or whatever the case may be. However they want to dress it up, they say that he pled guilty in May and was sentenced in June, and they saying that he was locked up from June to the beginning of 2022. Right? Straight drop. Listen, family. Straight. They got. Listen, man. Y'all, man. Wait till tomorrow, man. I got. Man, listen. We. Man, wait till tomorrow. Slow Breeze says Unc is not Govan, but who is it then? Listen, Slow Breeze. Let me help y'all out, right? Let me just help y'all out. Jamarcus Johnson just pled. I ain't gonna say just pled, but he pled guilty, right? He pled guilty. I just gave it to you, right? There's no way in the world that Zach Randolph is Unc and his ass is not in jail. The dude is already pled guilty, Jamarcus Johnson. He pled guilty and said he got the money. You don't think so, y'all? So listen, so family, let's just make it make sense real quick. The man gave him the phone, gave all this shit. They said that he was cooperative from the beginning, and he didn't tell them who Unc was. He told them who the hell Unc was. They didn't mention Unc name because why? He's working. But what did Judge Coffee say? Because see what you guys got to remember. Let's get back over here to Judge Coffee. To those of you that may be popping in late. Okay, let me help y'all out. Listen.
$25,000. And once you make that bond, a legally sufficient reason for this guilty plea, which has been entered freely and voluntarily. Upon your plea guilty to information I-23-00019, counts 1, 2, and 3, Class E felonies of accessory after the fact. Mr. Johnson, it is a judgment of this court that you are guilty. The court is going to delay the execution of these judgments, will delay its sentence on this case until the score of this mind, Mr. Hackman, we have a recommended date for the next setting on this case. And any other are compelled to testify that those other cases are tried.
Listen.
No recommendations to the sentence other than they would detail to the court any cooperation and truthful testimony or statements that you have given that may have aided in the prosecution. That's what the argument just told you. If some
Listen,
cases go to trial, Justin Johnson or Cornelius
listen.
or Hernandez Govan, if those cases go to trial, the state of Tennessee might actually call you as a witness. You understand that?
Right. See, Hernandez Govan is working, but they're saying that if he go to trial, you're going to have to, because it's no guarantee that he's going to secure what he was set out to do. So how could he testify on? Now, remember what Manny Aurora just said. See, we have to pay attention to detail. He says there's no witnesses. So if there's no witnesses, then he's not identifying and saying that he saw him on the scene. Everything is through the phone. So how could he testify on Hernandez Govan if he don't know Hernandez Govan? You see what I'm saying? He didn't come in to a week afterwards. Remember, Hernandez Govan is supposed to be locked up until after the first of the year, but yet he made this payment. Okay. He made the payment. That's why the lawyer is saying no witnesses. All they have is phone records. They're pinging those phones. They know. They going through them records. They know what's going on. So how could he testify against Hernandez Govan if he don't know anything about Hernandez Govan? Hernandez Govan has to be UNK, and he is UNK. He just told you. Because remember, did he say, now listen, let me help y'all out for the people that's slow in the back a little bit. Let me just help y'all out real quick. Listen, let me just bag this up real quick.
Has not made you any promises, no recommendations to the sentence other than they would detail to the court any cooperation and truthful testimony or statements that you have given that may have aided in the prosecution. That's what the argument just told you. If some of those other cases go to trial, Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith or Hernandez Govan, if those cases go to trial, the state of Tennessee might actually call you as a witness. You understand?
Right. So what he's saying is that, so what he did, he gave up. Listen, he tied everything in. This is why the prosecutor told you we're playing chess. There's different layers. It's just a piece. But it's a piece, it's a very deadly, dangerous piece, because Jamarcus Johnson connects all three of them together. He connects Justin Johnson with Cornelius Smith. And he had to do this because he's involved more than what he's supposed to be involved. He wasn't supposed to get caught. But you know how the gang go, man. They get nasty with it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, how could he know Hernandez Govan if Hernandez Govan is locked up? You see what I'm saying? Now, check this out. Remember when he asked those questions? The prosecutor said, I'm going to ask you some questions, but he never. Now listen. Let me see something right here. Let's get here.
Or did you tell me, and when we talked,
Mr. Hagerman has asked the court's permission to ask you some questions. You waive your right to remain silent when you enter this guilty plea, so listen to the questions that Mr. Hagerman asked of you, sir. Make sure you answer those questions truthfully. You understand that? Yes, sir. Because Hagerman responds to Judge Coffey, we don't believe Mr. Jamarcus Johnson has been.
yes, sir. And when we talked, you told me about meeting with your half brother Justin. He's your half brother, is that right? Yes, sir. You told me about meeting with your half brother Justin about a week or so after the murder.
Right.
Of Adolph Jr. Is that right? Yes, sir. You told me at that time that he gave you a car. Is that right? Yes, sir. You told me at that time he also gave you his cellular telephone. Is that correct? Sure. You told me that, or did you tell me that afterwards, and you described to me, and you turned this phone over, and in it were text messages with his individual seat. Is that correct? Yes, sir. And some of these text messages, some of what you witnessed, was conversation with regard to money that Justin would be getting to see. Is that correct? He gave for money. Yes, sir. That's for money. Yes, sir. Is that correct? Yeah. He was taking money for somebody else, from somebody else. Okay, and that somebody else was referred to as UNK. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Okay, so this would be money that C asked for from Justin that Justin was going to get from UNK. Yes, sir. Is that correct? You described all that to me. Yes, sir. You also looked at some photographs, including
Listen.
one of your half brother in a particular outfit, and you identified tell the truth that time? Yes, sir. You told the truth with me? Yes, sir. No further questions.
So listen, he never listened. Did y'all see how he locked? Oh, damn, did y'all hear that? Hold on, damn, I'm tweaking. Hold on. Let me do this.
You asked them money from somebody else, on somebody else.
Okay, and that somebody else was referred to as UNK, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this would be money that C asked for from Justin that Justin was going to get from UNK.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? You described all that to me.
Yes, sir.
You've also looked at this.
So that's that's the conspiracy right there. C, he got you witness from C from Justin Johnson, and Justin Johnson was getting his money from UNK, right? Yes. Okay. Now, so that means then that Hernandez Govan is related to Straight Drop. Maybe. Okay. But he said that it came from UNK. But they never said Hernandez Govan name because he's working. See what the prosecutor did, he just stopped asking questions. He didn't mention any, he did mention Hernandez Govan under the alias of UNK, but he just stopped there. So what could he possibly testify on Hernandez Govan? Remember, they saying Hernandez Govan was locked up. The only thing that he could possibly testify to is the connecting and transferring of the money. This is the conspiracy. This is why they got Justin Johnson. I mean, they got Hernandez Govan, then they got Jamarcus Johnson, and then after January 1st, they hit Cornelius Smith and they hit Justin Johnson with conspiracy after the fact. Family, I'm giving it to you. Hell, and he know and see Hernandez Govan know he just facilitated the money. He know that. He know he's not the mastermind. But damn, what do? Are you gonna eat the time up? Because you gotta give me something, or you going down for this. This is how it works. They don't care who do the time, just as long as the time get done. We need that money. Okay. Tracy. Let's get Tracy on the board here. Tracy said, I'm from DC, been following the golf case since the start. I know Govan is not UNK. UNK is either Big Jip or Keon for sure. Govan wouldn't appear in court and indicted as a mastermind. But see, this is what y'all failing to realize. If that's the case, somebody else is at large. Who is UNK? And why ain't he locked up? They got the cell phone. They know where that message went to and where it came from. They know that. They know who bought the phone or whatever the case may be, and they just start the shakedown process. You see what I'm saying? You said, remember, UNK, what Slow Breeze says, remember, UNK was in Indiana. No, I don't remember. Remember what? Who said he was in Indiana? I just played to you the court session. They told you. They didn't say shit about no Indiana and him being, you know what I'm saying? Now, this right here is something we got to talk about, right? It says Govan can just be an undercover informant. They probably knew Dolph was going to die and didn't stop it. Pull Govan off the streets and let the play go through. They could have told Dolph, hello. Jook made half of the payment for the hit. See, money. See, I want you guys to understand something. See, the thing with this case is money got messed up in this case, man. Because remember, Straight Drop released the song from jail, no statements. He told about that money that got stolen. So he letting you know that. See, And why would Cornelius be calling for money if everything was taken care of? See, Juke them, man, they slimy, man. They probably say, hey, man, go on, woo, woo, and then start playing games once people got caught. But shit, I mean, you do that, you gotta, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shit, for all we know, Hernandez Govan took that money, gambled, jacked off some of that money for all we know. And come on, man. Y'all know how this shit go. Oh shit. Hell nah. Y'all fool with it. The three shooters is Newski. That's why he got killed right after Dark Brother recognized Newski. Hey, James, we're going to talk about that. James says the first shooter came from inside. No, the first shooter came from Family Dollar. They popped out that cut between Family Dollar and Makita's Cookie, and they hit Dolph. And as Dolph was going down, this is when you see Straight Drop coming and aiming down because they already hit Dolph. You see what I'm saying? They know what's up. We're going to talk about that. We might talk about it tomorrow. Murray Bland. Okay. Murray Bland out of Mississippi. Okay, shout out. Yeah, shout out Murray. Shout out. Shout out Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Do we have any updates? Where is Desmond Burns at? They have had that guy hid for a very long time, and he's locked up, I believe. But we haven't heard nothing from this guy. Where's wasn't he a guy interest? We ain't heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? So hey, did he talk? Did he chop it up a little bit? Okay. James Green said this is bigger than Juke and Gotti. The fact of the matter, listen. This is why we got to let everything get in. It is bigger than Gotti and Juke because if Hernandez go and he made the payment, they walked his ass down. Listen, family, I'm telling you, listen. Yeah, they rocked that boy to sleep, man. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's what they did though. Them phones was tapped. Whoever bought them phones in a straight drop, and they walked his ass down. Probably just stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how they got Hernandez to Govan. Devontae Swing, you might be on point right there. No one's get killed without Gotti approval, point blank. Yeah. Yep. Like Coach Mike said. Yeah, Govan is for sure. They just want the person that sent the money. Now, Devon, let me get back over here. Now, listen, family, check this out right here. Devontae says even the smartest people make mistakes. Gotti didn't think Dolph had this much power. Exactly. They miscalculated. See, the police department in Memphis told us when that shit happened, they got over 500 some tips. The other side really miscalculated the love and the reach that young Dolph really had in that underground. You know what I'm saying? In the underground, they miscalculated. You know what I'm saying? They miscalculated. Okay. And I'm going to talk more about the miscalculation tomorrow, but people were coming out immediately. Hey, this is so and so. This is woody, 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 woody. Immediately. You know what I'm saying? So they had to start, whoa, shit moving too fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because typically in these type of cases, people ain't talking. It's you ain't really heard shit about Big Jit case. That's because don't nobody give a fuck about Big Jit. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's just the facts. Y'all don't hear a whole lot of bloggers really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a fuck about Big Juke. Like, fuck Big Juke. You know what I'm saying? Dolph, on the other hand, shit, motherfuckers got to work. A sippity. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Man, y'all got it, man. Y'all going crazy. Let me see. Desmond Byrne. Let me see what y'all say. Desmond Byrne was caught with the AK that was supposed to be used for murdering Dolph. Okay. This is more political facts. Hey, family, do y'all remember, right? And we going there. Okay. We got to talk about Shondell Barnett also, right? But y'all remember that the marshals talked all that shit in that press conference. Yeah, we got straight drop, we got this and that. Shondell Barnett, he's been charged. Woo, 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 da, da, da. Y'all wait till we get on Shondell Barnett. But they're so good. They've been looking for him for over a year and some change, but they don't have Shondell Barnett. We're going to talk about Shondell Barnett. Okay, we're going to get to Shondell Barnett. He's on the desk. Okay. Devontae says Moolah Records was supposed to pay everyone so it looks untraceable. Who's Moolah Records? Simmons. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Hey, for sure, Coach Mike. Yeah, y'all know I'm dropping this. Make sure y'all share this, man. Send this to them big boy blogs, man. Send his mother, shit. Send his mother Gotti. Send it to Hernandez Govan. He know I'm stepping on this shit. Who's this nigga right here, man? The nigga, yeah, I'm on point. I have a disdain for people like Hernandez Govan. I mean, you involved in it. You moved that money. So now you just gotta sit still. Shut your mouth. Be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Why you working? You heard what Gotti told you. We don't fall. We don't fold. We real niggas. We don't fold. So why y'all folding for? What the hell? This shit is crazy. But anyway, it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on here real soon. Because family, if when they get ready to the closer we get to this court date, I'm gonna say probably within 90 days of the trial date. I know they filing all these motions, they playing the game. You can go ahead and play the game. But when they get ready to get down to business, we're gonna hear about either some more arrests. Okay. We're going to hear about some more arrests, or some of these people that came up there, they're going to try to put these people in these different places and say, oh, yeah, this was that person. This was this person. This was, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? And like Deontay said, that Gotti don't fold. That was the Govan. You better know it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even say rest in peace, Big Jug. He just said, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? So you Gotti know what's up. He know what's up. They know what's up. He know what's up. If he don't, I just told him what's up. You know what I'm saying? Vetted Veteran says, is it like I've been really enjoying your channel? And this 61-year-old vet like looking at you, dear. Hey, do your thing, vet. Show the vet some love too. All right, family, man. We've been on here long enough. Shit, I done been in here on here almost 2 hours. But this is the update. If y'all didn't catch the beginning, go back. I broke it down. Is nothing more, none other than Hernandez Govan. Govan, we got you under the microscope. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? Put the money where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying? You got to put up. Produce something. We need a big bus. We need Gotti head on the platter. Now, you need to deliver that. We need that delivered. Or you just need to go on, get on out the way, man. Just go on, sit down, man. If you're not going to give us Gotti, go back to 2-on-1 popular and just sit down, my guy. Okay? Straight like that. So at the end of the day, family, this the update. And remember, like I said, everything in this video is allegedly for entertainment purposes, and I don't know any of this stuff to be true. It's all allegedly. Okay, y'all enjoy your day. Stay safe. I'm signing off from Israelite Talk TV.